Hello friends, this is Marilyn. Welcome back to Hillview Farms, where country runs deep. This has been one of those weeks where I felt like I was in a whirlwind and was simply hanging on just to make it through the week. On Wednesday of this week, we lost the matriarch of our church family. She meant a lot to me and to my family. She was like a second mother to me for over 32 years. So it's been a very emotional week. When we got the call, we were immediately swamped with preparing for her memorial service at the church, preparing a slideshow, making out the programs and getting them printed, preparing all the music and lining up refreshments to serve afterwards. We just wanted everything to be as perfect as possible because that's the kind of service Miss Debbie deserved. Needless to say, I got a little behind on my farm chores this week. So this isn't one of those weeks where I share with you some special project I'm doing or a family recipe that I want to cook with you. This is just me trying to catch up. Seriously, y'all think this is a parade? Come on! This morning I was finally able to spend some time down at the farm with my animals and take care of some of the chores I had let slide this week. Spending time with them and taking care of them brings me a great deal of pleasure and peace. It's a time for me to think and reflect, but it's also a time for me to talk to God. Even though it's very physically demanding, it is also spiritually satisfying. It is like a balm for my soul. The first time I met Miss Debbie was right after my first son was born 32 years ago. She and her husband had been visiting our church a couple of times, but on this first Sunday back with my new baby, she walked over and handed me a baby gift. She didn't know me from Adam, but she blessed me that day with a gift. As I eventually got to know her, I realized that this was a big part of who she was. She was a giver. What are you doing? What are you doing? Huh. Get out of my wagon. Get out of my wagon. Oh, for goodness sake. There you go. That's one way to get you off. You know, seriously? Easy open. Full white towel. All right. Well, I don't everybody do that. I've never known anyone more selfless than Miss Debbie, and no one has ever been more dedicated to their church. If there was anything our church needed, Miss Debbie would organize a way to raise the money and make it happen. We're a very small church, but because of her dedication, we have been able to help families in need, send disaster relief efforts to other parts of the state, participate in Operation Christmas Child Shoebox Drives, and many other missionary projects. We were also able to build a new fellowship hall without borrowing any money from the bank. One good thing from this week was that I was able to find my favorite Halloween candy, and yes, I ate the whole bag. Don't judge me, it's been a very long week. I had also neglected my booth at the vendor market this week. I was running low on my fall hand soap, so I had to carve out some time and make more so I could restock my booth. I've rented a small space in another vendor market to showcase my handmade quilted ornaments, and I was supposed to move them in this week, so I had to carve out a little bit of time to make up a few more ornaments so I would have enough to display. This is enough to get me started, but I definitely have to get busy building up an inventory. I heard you crowing. Yeah. You want to let him out, do you? I heard you crying. I did. read that one? The best part of this busy week has definitely been spending time with my grandbabies. They are such a wonderful blessing to me. My little one fills my days with so much joy and laughter. As soon as she gets here each morning, she wants to go see the animals. Even though most of them tower over her, she isn't intimidated by them at all. What are you doing? Girl. Girl. You go swimming with the donkeys. My oldest grandbaby has just started school, but I get to pick her up a few days a week, so she still gets to spend some time with me and with the animals too. Watching them both on the farm enjoying all the animals just does my heart good, and they have helped lift my spirit this week after the loss of my dear friend.
Dolly's fur. This one's fur is better than that one's fur. Just amazing.
Miss Debbie was also a giver in her career. For over 40 years, she served as a licensed practical nurse at our local hospital, where she was renowned for her exceptional care of her patients. But when she wasn't working, she was at the church, cooking, cleaning, setting up for a yard sale. When someone asked her why she stayed out there so much, she would say that she felt closer to God and her late husband when she was there. I took this photo of Miss Debbie last month because I was afraid it may be the last meal she ever served us, and it was. It was heartbreaking walking into this kitchen and knowing that she would never stand behind that counter or sit in her spot again. This was where she oversaw the serving line and kept the pans filled. She prepared countless takeout plates and sent them to every shut-in affiliated with the church. She spent many hours of her life planning for and serving meals to her church family. We all left each meal with a full belly and a full heart. The love she had for her church is beyond compare. None of us will ever be able to fill her shoes, but we will do our best to make sure her legacy and ministry live on.